Welcome back to Fleetwood. Welcome back to Fleetwood Stories. Girl, you will not believe what happened this week. What's up? Welcome back to Welcome back to Fleetwood Stories. Girl, you will not believe what happened this week.
Fleetwood Stories, it's Saturday night. We live and direct Saturday night. Shout out to everybody tuning in. You know what I'm talking about? Hold on, make sure my monitors is good, my monitors are straight. Shout out to everybody tuning in, man. Fleetwood Stories, the first time we're doing it on a Saturday night. You know what I'm talking about? We got a serious story tonight. Sometimes a father's, wrongdoings can cause his children misfortunes. You know what I'm saying? Hernandez Govan. Bring him to court tonight, this evening, to docket. We got Hernandez Govan, all right? His daughter, Lotta Cash Desto, unalived in Texas, 2022. Where am I going with this? Because Young Dolph was alive in 2021, and they trying to say that there's a connection between the two. So, as we get going, though, I got a poll that I wanted to put up here. I don't know what happened to the poll, so before we get going, let me get this poll. Let me get this poll popping, all right? Let me get this poll in here, but hopefully everybody's doing good wherever y'all tuning in from tonight. You know what I mean? Show love to yourself. Let me know where y'all tuning in from. Oh, my goodness. Y'all give me a second. Let me get this poll popping. All right, hold on. Let's get this thing popping before we get rocking and rolling, man. Start a new poll. Let's go. Because I don't know what happened to the last poll, man. Okay. Give me a second. Let me get set up. It just kind of happened as I got on the live. The poll just disappeared on me, y'all. So it kind of, where we at here? So let me just dissect this here, get the poll popping. And we had some early polls too, man. Like, it was like 100%, man. So I'm actually kind of disappointed at the polls done. So let me set it back up so y'all can see what I see. All right. One last thing to do here. And then we're going to get rocking and rolling on a Saturday night, my kinfolk. My Cadillacers, we in the building at option. All right. Start poll. I got it. I got the poll ready, goddammit. I did it. I got the poll ready. All right. Okay. So now let me get back to my mind here. Let this go. Okay, we here. We locked and loaded now. All right. Okay. So, Hernandez Govan, his daughter was a rapper. All right, Texas. Down in Texas, man, they caught up to her, man. So we trying to figure out through the polls, through the chat today, through what we about to watch. You know what I'm saying? Was it because of him? Or was it, she was just hanging with the wrong folks, or maybe it was just a robbery gone bad. But there's a couple of other conspiracies in the mix, so let's dissect it on a Saturday night, y'all. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Let's get down to it, y'all.
Johnson and Smith get arrested. They plead not guilty to first-degree murder. But then on September 2022, your daughter, Lotta Cash Desto, gets killed in Houston.
Correct.
Real name Destiny Govan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That was just an absolute tragedy. I mean, as a father myself with a daughter, I can't even imagine that.
Yeah. It was rough, I actually seen Crunchy come on your platform and talk about it. Yeah. Shout out to Crunches.
Lotta Cash Desto was on her way up in the industry and linking with superstars like Lil Uzi Vert, and that's why fans were shocked after she was brutally murdered in 2022. At first it seemed like a random hit, but today we're breaking down the crazy story behind why she could have been killed. On September 24th, 2022, Lotta Cash Desto was leaving the club with her friend in Houston just before 3 in the morning. Desto and her homegirl Amara Hughes had just left someone's birthday party at a club called Spire and were on their way to another club in the city. While they were driving down Richmond Avenue, another whip stopped in front of them.
Recently in Memphis, a female rapper named Lotta Cash Desto got shot and killed. Did you know about her before?
Yeah.
Now, my first thing in the whole situation, right? It didn't happen in Memphis, right? I mean, she got out of Memphis. Lotta got out of Memphis, right? She started sounding with Little Uzi Dirk. Now, I don't trust the Little Uzi nigga. Yeah, I don't trust that nigga. He one of them devil worship prize niggas, man. I don't trust that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So part of me kind of feel like if I want to be a conspiracy theorist, you know what I mean? That might be one of those, maybe he sacrificed her. I don't know. I'm just trying to throw conspiracy theory out there, right? But for it to happen in Texas, it almost comes like, you know what I mean? It could have just been a random setup, robbery gone wrong. That's what they saying on file.
Yeah, I didn't know about Destro before, but I knew her daddy. I knew her daddy real good. You know what I'm saying? He been all in the scene and shit with us. And at the same time, he been fucking with Flip, you know what I'm saying, for a long, long time. Now, I remember when they first started fucking with each other. But yeah, I knew her dad, but I didn't get to meet her.
They sat there for a second, then two.
Shout out to Crunchy Black, goddammit. 3-6 Mafia, North, Memphis 10. Yo, Crunchy and Project Pat got to be one of my two favorite rappers, man. You know what I'm saying? Representing Memphis, Tennessee, man. I straight up and down like 6 o'clock. I get excited when I see them niggas, bro. Them niggas like revolutionize the game, y'all. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't gonna lie.
Dudes wearing bandanas on their faces got out of the car with guns and started walking towards Desto and Amara. Desto was ready for the smoke though. She had her own gun and started letting off shots out of the whip. She caught one of the dudes in the stomach, but they busted back and ended up killing her with a shot to the head. Her friend Amara got hit too, but luckily she was able to make it out alive. When the police rode up to the scene after the shooting went down, they found Lotta Cash Desto dead in the driver's seat and Amara next to her bleeding out from a bunch of gunshot wounds. And in front of the whip, they spotted a bunch of shell casings from a rifle and pistol. It's not clear exactly how it all went down, but one of the shooters left his homie bleeding out on the scene.
But yeah.
I don't know if it's the robbery. Why would you just shoot up the car and take off? Like, I mean, unless I don't know, man. If they just pulled up and took off, that's a drive-by. There ain't no robbery involved in that shit. That's an assassination. That's what I calculate. That looks like, yo, nigga, they were trying to pick you off. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna let the OG speak because this is the OG now. Hernandez Govan, he's doing his rounds. After the whole Dolph situation, this nigga blew the fuck up, man. That not guilty verdict made him some money.
I'm glad you brought that up because there's a lot of false, I guess, reports out there saying that my daughter was killed because something related to this case.
Right.
And that's just the furthest thing from the truth was, if that was the case, I wouldn't be sitting here. I'll just say that. My daughter was killed over a botched robbery. She was very close friends with Lil Uzi.
The cops found a dude named Christian Isaiah Williams in a parking lot across the street from where Desto was killed. He had a gunshot in his stomach and was rushed to the hospital. But after Amara told the cops what went down, they realized that Christian Williams was one of the shooters and booked him for Desto's murder. Williams was charged while he was still recovering in the hospital, so he didn't have a chance to do the race. And when the cops started pressing him about what happened, Williams couldn't keep his story straight and kept changing it up. Then in April 2023, the cops arrested another dude named Jeremiah Smith for the shooting. It's not clear how they found out he was involved, but they tracked him down while he was hiding out in Alexandria, Louisiana, and brought him back to Texas.
Yeah, she was, I think, 27 years old. I guess she was driving a Porsche SUV with another female passenger. The car got shot up. She died. The female passenger got hit. There's other male person that was found, a male who was found nearby who was shot as well. Those two survived, but she died.
Yeah.
That don't sound like a robbery to me. Yeah, y'all gotta let me know what y'all think in the comment section, but that don't sound like a robbery to me. That sounds like somebody, that sounds like a setup. If it was a botched robbery gone wrong, and I really wanted to rob you, it's not gonna be wetting up the car to get to you. Like we should, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It just sounds fishy to me, right? My psychic senses tell me that was a setup, more so than it was a botched robbery. All right, but let me know what y'all think in the comment section. That we rocking and rolling, man. Fleetwood Stories on a Saturday night.
She was actually signed to Lil Uzi Vert. You
Yeah,
know,
I saw that
showed
shit
up
too.
at her funeral. Lil Flip was at her funeral as well, because like you had just mentioned. It's just sad, man, especially a female with, you know, potential. Seemed like she was kind of getting a buzz up, and, you know, you had a huge artist that was co-signing
Yeah,
her.
right. She was gonna be on her way, but I heard she would get money anyway. But at the same time, man, we just got to see, as niggas or men or whatever, we got to be a little more careful when it be our daughters out here. Because, you know, my daughter got killed on some bullshit. So we just got to be a little more careful with our daughters out here like we supposed to, for real, for real.
When the news broke about Desto getting killed, it shocked the whole rap game. She came up in Memphis, which is a wild city where a lot of rappers have been murdered. But before she died,
That's for real, though. I forgot that Crunchy's daughter was murdered too a few years back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I remember that. I remember Crunchy was hurt by that. You know what I'm saying? I believe that happened in Memphis, as a matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? But Crunchy's daughter was a little gangster too, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, they want to be like their daddies. You know what I mean? You know, little girls love their daddies. But these ones want to, you know what I mean? They want to be G's like their daddies. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a tragic story. You know what I mean? It's tragic.
Desto had to move away from her hometown and was living in Houston. Most rappers who get murdered die in their hometown, and that's what made the situation even crazier. Desto had made it out of Memphis, but someone still caught up to her and left her dead in the street. Desto had been making music her whole life, but right before she died, everything was really about to pop off for her. She had just linked up with Lil Uzi Vert and signed a deal with his label. They dropped tracks together like Lunchroom in Vegas and were getting super close before Desto was killed. Uzi has so much love for Desto, he even paid for her funeral and gave a speech. During the funeral, he
Man, listen, I don't trust no nigga that show up to a funeral looking like that, though. I mean, that nigga all red. I mean, what was she? I mean, all red. Oh, I thought that was, no, okay, never mind. But all red, he look like the devil himself. I don't trust this nigga, man. I really don't trust this nigga, bro. If I had to shake the dice and roll it, and somebody came with a conspiracy theory, like, you know what I mean, with a sacrifice, I believe it. Goddamn right, I believe it. Because the daddy keep mentioning how much, you know, they used to hang around each other all the time, and, you know what I mean? I mean, yeah, she was his artist, and then look what happened.
told everyone that he had to go to rehab for a while and that Desto would call him every single day to make sure he was good. They didn't know each other for long, but it's clear that Uzi and Desto were seriously tight. And on the track, Days Come and Go, Lil Uzi shouted her out and admitted he dropped $200K on the funeral when he rapped, "I got too much on my mind, I got too much on my plate. I spent $200,000 on Desto funeral. That's in the state."
And Lil Uzi took liking to my daughter music-wise. She was very talented. He spent a great deal of money on jewelry and a lot of other things for her to kind of like, you know, boost her career. And she just so happened to go to a club one night with her girlfriend in Houston. And I mean, I actually have the reports, the affidavits from the guys that, you know, that actually killed my daughter, and they told everything.
Yeah, it was two guys. It was Jeremiah Smith, 19, and Christian Isaiah Williams, 24. Both charged of murder.
Yeah, and it was actually 4 more other people charged as well, because it was like they seen her in the club, they knew who she was because she's very popular on social media, and they said they knew her jewelry was real because, you know, she hung out with Uzi every day, all day, and they just decided to follow her in the club, stalk her, and rob her when she left. Some little kids, and it had nothing to do with the situation that I was involved in.
But hold on, man. But then how the hell did they not rob anything, man? Robbers know how to rob. I mean, if it was botched, then they have not explained the botch part to me. What I see is some sound like a drive-by. And then we were following you. Well, as soon as you hit that light and you stop, that's what I see. You know what I'm saying? I really don't see a robbery gone wrong. I think Pops, hey man, your lifestyle's not easy, nigga. And the Memphis niggas, if they can't get to you, they gonna get any gangsters. If they can't get to you, they gonna get to somebody close to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, you know what I mean? Some niggas, women and children are not off limits to some niggas. I'm just saying. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know why they be mad at me, because I'm expressing my ways. I don't know why I cry sometimes. Maybe I'm blessed with no fate. Lil Uzi wasn't the only star in the rap game who was missing Desto. After the news broke about her death, Kodak Black hopped on Instagram and said he was about to sign her too. Yak planned on buying Desto a new Corvette and giving her a bunch of cash after he found her on Instagram and started rocking with her music. Desto was linking up with rappers all over the country and even hopped in the booth with a rapper from Jacksonville, Florida named Fulio. Fulio is one of the hottest rappers in the city, but we gonna break down why.
Fulio, nah, y'all probably wondering what the hell Fulio got to do with this shit. Yeah, there's a little bit conspiracy here, man. The little girl with this folks, she put herself in a situation she had no business putting herself in. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. All right, let's go.
Some people think working with Fulio got Desto killed. After Chief Keef, Lil Durk.
We got a comment in the comment section. Lady T, shout out to you tonight. Lady T, salute to you. You know I'm talking about, salute to you tonight. What we say? He might be trying to save face. This sounds like either a setup, like you said, or a sacrifice. That's what it sounded like to me. I'm not convinced by this botch robbery shit. I'm not convinced by no botch robbery, Lady T. Not at all. A sacrifice, yeah. You know what I'm saying? A setup, yeah. You know what I'm saying? This botch robbery shit. And the niggas didn't take nothing? Nah, they gotta come better than that this evening, Lady T.
And all the other Chicago rappers put drill on the map back in the early 2010s. Other cities started their own drill waves. And Jacksonville's is probably the craziest. There's been a war going on in Jacksonville for years, and Fulio's one of the main dudes in it. He made headlines for dissing his op, Young and Ace, after Ace lost his brother and two homies to a drive-by. But one of Fulio's biggest ops was a dude named Leaky. Leaky allegedly shot Fulio's girl when she was driving Fulio's whip back in 2020. She survived the shooting, but ended up losing a finger. And on the track, I Don't Smoke Kendre, Leaky's homie Spin the Benz raps, "This nigga mama got shot, and he's still tweaking. This nigga bitch got shot, cool, I know she leaving. They shot that whole finger off. She couldn't even tweet it." Leaky also allegedly killed a rapper named Jump Out Squeeze a few months later.
Yeah, didn't you make a Facebook post?
These Jacksonville little niggas is fucked in the head. Lil Leaky and all these niggas is just killing everybody. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, you're committing the crimes, and you're really talking about the shit. I don't understand this drill rap thing, man. It's informant music. Informant music, because y'all informing on yourselves now. That's what I call that, though. You got to be smarter than that now, because now they using niggas' rap lyrics against them in the court of law. Y'all got to be careful now. You know what I'm saying? Be careful now.
After she passed away and you apologized, saying that your lifestyle may have cursed her.
Yeah, so I'm glad you brought that up. You know, my reason for saying that is because, you know, my daughter's, her mother's side of the family, they good people. You know, church-going folk, you know, and you know, it's like everything that she was doing, you know, it was like she basically got it from me, you know, the hip-hop, you know, just the swag, you know, all of that, you know, and it was like she was almost wanting to imitate my lifestyle growing up. So that was my reason for the apology. It wasn't that I was apologizing for me being the reason that she was killed or anything like that.
No. Maybe she was trying to be like that and be cool and be like the hip hop and all that shit. Yeah, maybe. But realistically speaking, no. You was in the streets. She emulated what you saw that you was doing in the streets. That's a guarantee. You know what I'm saying? We can't fit the funk on that. But it just sounds like to me when he said that shit, he knew deep down inside it's a possibility she was picked off because of his actions. It's quite damn near a possibility because, I mean, come on, nigga. Motherfuckers is gonna want to slide for what the boy name again? nigga, Dolph. Yeah, niggas gonna want to slide for Dolph. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
It was just, you know, by her wanting to, I guess, be like her dad, you know, if I would have been a better person or a better role model, maybe she wouldn't have, you know, took liking to the certain things that she did in the street activity. That's what I was saying.
A lot of people say Leaky was one of the most active shooters in Jacksonville, but in September 2020, it all caught up to him and Leaky was killed in a drive-by. Fulio's been dissing Leaky like crazy ever since he died. On the track All Gas, he rapped, "Shot my car up twice, then hit my bitch. Now Leaky rest in peace." And on the track Leaky, he said, "100K, he'll shake the room. Sweep his block, we don't need no broom. They ask me how high I am, I'm Leaky high, I'm to the moon." Fulio has also survived a bunch of crazy shootouts.
Man, I don't understand these little niggas disrespecting the dead. That's why motherfuckers get shot up. If my partner dies, leave my partner alone, leave the family alone, let them grieve in peace. You see, the level of disrespect, it's not hip-hop. I don't know why this is considered hip-hop. You know what I mean? Like why is that our culture? Niggas partners die and then we this and that. Why is that our culture? These little niggas, somebody, I don't understand it, bro. I don't agree with it. But sometimes they make good music, but I still don't agree with it.
And the ops have been trying to take him out ever since he was a freshman in high school. The first time Fulio got shot was when he was in the 9th grade. Some ops thought he killed one of their homies, so after Fulio got out of school, the ops followed him off the bus and almost killed him. Then in 2020, Fulio was in the same city where Desto died, and the ops caught him again. He was driving down the road in Houston when someone pulled up and started letting off shots, but Fulio made it out alive. Fulio kept the pressure up in the booth and dropped some of the most disrespectful tracks of all time. And in 2021, 2 shooters ambushed him outside of a studio in Jacksonville and dumped 100 shots at him. Fulio busted back and sent them running away, and somehow they only grazed Fulio once in the leg. Then in October 2023, Fulio almost died again, and his mom posted about him getting shot in Jacksonville. Luckily, he survived, and while he was recovering,
Man, this nigga got like 9 goddamn lives a motherfucking time and they try to kill this nigga before they finally kill the nigga. But this is the kind of brother that have to calm the fuck down, bro. Like Julio was asking for it, bro. I no disrespect. Even the night when he died, y'all. You know what I'm saying? On his birthday. Yeah, he just wasn't moving like himself. All of his movements was just completely off. You know what I'm saying? We might have to get down to that one day. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, because that shit, nigga caused a lot of shit on himself, man. But anyway, this is how it relates to Lotta Cash now. I mean, we gotta see how it relates now. You know what I mean? We gotta really see how it relates to Lotta Cash now.
Fulio went on No Jumper and talks about Lotta Cash Desto. Fulio said Desto messaged him back in 2020, and that's how they first linked up. Desto told Fulio to pull up to the studio because she was a big fan.
I got Crate like the end of 2020, so this had to be the beginning of 2020. She wrote me, she was like, "Man, I want to do a feature, pull up on me." So we pull up to the studio, and she just, and that bitch is cheating. I'm like, what the fuck? She keep smiling for us. She like, "Man, I'm a big fan of you. I ain't gonna count. I'm from Memphis. They fucked up about your shit, this and that."
And that's when they made the track Pop Out together. Linking up with Fulio was good for Desto's career, but some people think her verse on the track might have gotten her killed. On the song, Desto raps, "I'm with Fulio, Slide, and G, and he got me smoking on Leaky." Desto wasn't involved with the streets of Jacksonville at all, but she dissed Leaky, who had a lot of homies in the trenches. After Desto recorded
Smoking on Leaky for what? Why would she even go there? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say that with this one, before we get to the daddy's conspiracy, I'm not gonna say it's a far-fetched stretch. But I mean, if you're gonna be disrespecting certain people, certain motherfuckers will catch up to you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they caught up to fucking Julio, and if it meant enough to them niggas, they would have caught up to her too. Especially when she ain't got nothing to do with the argument. And she ain't got nothing to do with the argument, man. You know what I'm talking about?
her verse. Fulio tried to warn her about what she just said, but Desto was still cool with dropping the song.
So we do the song and shit, and she said one bar on that bit, and I told her too, I say, you know what you just said, right? Like, you just diss like the people I don't fuck with type shit. She like, man, it is what it is.
Fulio didn't want Desto to diss Leaky like that because he knew it would cause problems for her. But at the end of the day, Fulio said,
I said, you know what you just said, right? And even the people I don't fuck with, they were like, man, why she did that? Like, she ain't even from Jacksonville. Like, I'm like, shit, that's her. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't tell nobody what to do, but I tried to stop it.
When Lotta Cash Desto ended up getting killed in Houston, a lot of Fulio's ops hopped on social media and started dissing her. Leaky's homie J. Breezy said, "Now you dead. Wasn't even in your hometown. Should have acted like the gender you are, but you wanted to act like a nigga. Now look at you, fitted casket." Some fans thought the dudes in Jacksonville might.
Hey, man, she should have never put herself in that position. I'm not gonna lie to you. That one she was wrong for. Because even Julio, who's a fucking rebel, that nigga psychotic, even he tried to warn you, like, hey, man, you understand what you just said now. Do you understand what the worms are just open now? It can get out of hand. It can get out of hand. That's all I got to say. It can get out of hand.
be involved and killed Desto for dissing Leaky, but there's nothing actually tying them to her death. J. Breezy even admitted on No Jumper that he could have been the bigger person and never dissed Desto, but he didn't understand why fans were so pressed about him dissing her since Desto dissed his dead homie first.
I could have been a bigger person than I said nothing though. I don't know why everybody mad. Like, there's no point in being mad. Y'all ain't give a fuck when she hopped on the song saying she was smoking my partner. Y'all supported that shit.
Desto's murder probably didn't have anything to do with the Fulio situation, but there's a different theory about her death that's related to the shooting of another Memphis rapper and legend. Back in 2021, Young Dolph was brutally murdered in his hometown of Memphis while he was picking up cookies from his favorite bakery in the city. Before he died, Dolph had been beefing with Yo Gotti and his CMG label for years, and the situation had already led to a couple of shootings. So when Dolph died, rumors were flying from the jump that Yo Gotti and his crew were behind the hit. But when the cops started making arrests, the whole case got a lot more complicated. In 2020,
before we continue though, the poll been broken 50-50. Half of y'all saying, man, it was revenge for Dolph, and half of y'all saying her circle can't be trusted now. I'm personally gonna say, for sure, her circle cannot be trusted. It could damn well be connected to Dolph because, I mean, what her dad is alleged to have been participated in, alleged. It's a big thing. You know what I'm talking about?
2, they booked the alleged shooters and a dude who helped them get away. But at the time, nobody knew why they wanted to kill Dolph and crashed out in broad daylight like that. Then a few months later, the news broke that the police booked Lotta Cash Desto's dad, Hernandez Govan, for plotting the whole thing. Hernandez Govan was a major player in the streets of Memphis and had ties to a lot of people, including Yo Gotti and his brother Big Jew. When Desto was killed, Govan hadn't been arrested yet, and he hopped on Facebook and said, "I think I cursed you, Destiny, with my lifestyle. I apologize, baby." Then just a couple months later, Govan was officially arrested for planning the hit on Young Dolph. Rumors say that Dolph's homies knew Govan was involved before anyone else, and they took out Desto to get revenge. Plus, before she left Memphis, Desto linked up in the studio with a rapper named J Money. J Money was part of a crew called Trula Mafia and had a big name in the streets. Young Dolph was also cool with J Money back in the day and had ties to Trula Mafia through him. But that all changed when J Money was murdered in 2016. His death split the crew up, and some Trula Mafia members went their own way and started a set called Double R. Young Dolph fell out with Trula Mafia, and rumors say they were involved with his death. So after Trula allegedly killed him, Double R allegedly got active and started sliding on anyone affiliated with Trula, including Lotta Cash Desto. A rapper named Bandman Kevo knew Desto and said that the dudes who killed her might have wanted to get at her dad Govan instead, but since they couldn't catch him, they decided to kill her. Bandman Kevo said that Desto was a real hustler and definitely on her way up in the industry, but some people claim Desto might have been killed over some other situations she had in the streets. According to reports, Desto had some arrests back in the day for assault. It looked like she was really focused on making it in the rap game right before she died, but sources online say she was known for robbing people, and that's what ended up getting her killed. Crunchy Black is an OG rapper from Memphis who was part of 3 6 Mafia. He has connections all over the city and knows almost everyone in Memphis, and Crunchy Black said that Desto was definitely getting money. In his interview with Vlad TV, DJ Vlad brought up how Desto was on the way up in the industry, and Crunchy told him she was getting money anyways.
It's just sad, man, especially a female with, potential. Seemed like she was kind of getting a buzz up, and, you had a huge artist that was co-signing.
Yeah, right. She was gonna be on her way, but I heard she was getting money anyway.
What makes the situation even more tragic about her death?
She was in the streets getting it. And that shit catch up to you too. So it could be the father. Definitely circle can't be trusted. But if you're in the streets, I mean, doing what she was doing allegedly, man, it's just gonna catch up to you. Especially when your daddy doing the shit your daddy was doing. Oh my gosh.
Is that Lotta Cash Desto was really trying to help other artists making it in the industry too. A rapper and producer from Blytheville named Kusho Guap had been working with Desto for years. They never got the chance to meet in person, but Kusho Guap was always sending her beats, and they linked up for the track Bricks and Sticks all the way back in 2018. Desto popped off and was working with some of the biggest artists in the game, but she wasn't gonna leave anyone behind. A couple of weeks before she died, Desto was in the studio with Lil Uzi Vert and told Kusho Guap to send her some beats for them to work with. Lotta Cash Desto had a lot of momentum behind her and was about to really take it to the next level, but unfortunately, she didn't get the chance. There are a lot of rumors going around about why she was really killed, but right now, nobody actually knows. Right after the shooting went down, the cops said it might have just been a robbery gone wrong. Desto was known for flashing cash all over social media, and the police thought maybe someone spotted her and just tried to hit an easy lick because they knew she'd probably have a lot of money on her. It's not clear what really went down yet, but tap in for updates because new info could come out any day.
You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas have a baby and it's a girl, then you be like, oh shit, I'm feeling like I got to go. Yeah, nigga, you got to go through that to make sure this baby do not get killed. You get what I'm saying?
You got to go through that to make sure this baby does not get killed, man. A lot of fathers who have daughters got to protect your daughters in this era, man. You really got to hold on to them, man, because it's a different ball game nowadays, man. It's a different ball game. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. The game has changed. You know what I'm saying? 2 OGs lost their daughters to the game. You know what I'm saying? I personally feel like Govan was a little bit responsible. I think some of his actions definitely had something to do with the fact that, you know what I mean? They couldn't get to you, so they got to your daughter. That's what I feel. You know what I'm saying? And then the tweet he made, it's kind of cryptic. If you don't ask me, or if you do ask me on a Saturday night, that's what I'm going with. Fleetwood Stories, you know what I'm saying? Saturday night, rocking and rolling. We're going to be back next Saturday. But Cadillac Talk, Monday morning, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be back at it. And we got a bunch of stuff to get into on Monday, man. You know, we got a whole bunch of shit to get into, man. But I'm going to leave that for Monday's show because it's going to be a serious one, man. Tune in tomorrow. Lock in. We got some new crime series popping off, Cadillac Crimes, Cadillac Crime Files. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Tune in. Check it out. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. You know what I'm talking about? As we rocking and rolling, and rocking, y'all. And as always, let me know what country, what state, what province, what street corner, what penthouse in the sky you checking in from. Because we worldwide, baby. And it's nothing but love.